woman standing match and is for the Total Pro Wrestling Women's World Championship.
The women's world title on the line. Who will walk out the champion? And there is Zynda there, ready for a huge battle for the women's world title. And you gotta imagine this is the biggest match of her career as well. She has never fought here at Extravaganza. Her first ever main event of Extravaganza as the champion is a huge fight feel here for Zynda. But we'll see who walks out the champion again. And there is the Hall of Famer, the wife of the Ram, Rose, wearing her vintage first ever attire in TPW, the Flame attire, with her vintage flame bat. What a big fight feel for Rose here tonight in Blackpool, England. Rose is always determined to fight her heart out. Tonight, nonetheless, not going to be any different. And here we go, the women's world title on the line with Rose, the Hall of Famer, against the current champion, Zynda.
Introducing the challenger from Kyoto, Japan, Rose. And her opponent from Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, the Total Pro Wrestling Women's World Champion, Zynda.
And Zynda ready for a fight, her first ever main event in Extravaganza with the women's world title on the line. This is going to be a banger of a match. And here we go. Big fight feel atmosphere between these two. One will walk out or stay champion. Zynda going right after Rose. She knows this is going to be a big fight either way. For one of these women walking out the champion. And here we go, back and forth between Zynda and Rose. We never thought these two would face each other, but they are tonight. And Hans, what do you expect from both these competitors? Well, one of them will walk out definitely with the championship. We know that for sure, but it is a last woman standing match. The only way to win is by getting your opponent down successfully for the 10 count. That is the only way to win here tonight. And what a fitting main event. Again, two different complete fields. A up-and-starter like Zynda, her first main event of extravaganza against a Hall of Famer, Rose, who's main evented 11 extravaganzas on her side. If it wasn't in a match, she always was a part of extravaganza in some way. So definitely a huge fighter is Rose. But so is Zynda, we know that. Rolling out the... Oh my gosh, what a chair shot. Big swinging side slam, and the ref beginning the count here. But Rose repeatedly hitting her with a chair, stopping the count. Sorry, Zynda to Rose. And Zynda looking to end it early, but continuing to fight is Rose, still maintaining herself here. Big drilling maneuver on the chair, but she's continuing to beat down the champion Zynda. Whoa. And it's gotta be amazing that Rose is definitely alongside her husband, the Ram, who's in the middle of his retirement. The Ram actually in a bit of a predicament. We'll get more into that in a second, with his matchup changing completely last minute, as did many matches and superstars throughout this time here in TPW. Well, yeah, we'll get right into that now, I guess. The Ram obviously had a tag match, the Team Shibata versus New Corporation, night 2 of Extravaganza, and it switched completely because Chris has been on a warpath because the Ram inserted himself against Chris to win the away show championship out of nowhere in the middle of his retirement tour. Hence why Chris is on a rampage alongside Chosen One, his manager, mentoring him pretty much into this new form of Chris, who will face the Ram in night 2 in a pretty much an I Quit match is what it is. And that'll be an interesting bout between the Ram, who is a Hall of Famer, as well as had the undefeated streak here at Extravaganza many years, up until about 5 years ago when he lost that undefeated streak when we went off the air. And that was lost to Razor again in that 3 stages of hell match. That was for the main championship here at TPW, the Flame title, which is now held by Death. Big leg drop off the top. And originally, it was supposed to be whoever wins that tournament would have to face the Ram, but it switched completely now that the Ram has to face Chris. That is no longer in effect, so the one who won that match was Razor. He will move on to face one-on-one Death in Night 2 for the Flame title. And that's an interesting match as well, because we have 2 icons facing each other. You have the new image of Fear, who is Death, looking to beat Razor's streak as champion. If he wins tonight, tomorrow night, he will beat that streak of Razor as champion. If he loses, he will not have that in effect, and Razor will walk out once again the Flame champion. What a maneuver, and the ref starting the count, but again, Zynda just attacking the Hall of Famer Rose. And now, finally stepping away is Zynda, grabbing a sledgehammer now. Rose somehow gets back up and dodges the sledgehammer. What a maneuver by Rose. Now she's grabbing a weapon, the kendo stick. Beating away to to Zynda, sorry. Off the ropes, looking for a slingshot here, I think, to Rose. Into the second rope goes Rose. And Zynda's not done yet. She wants to apply more damage. Big scoop slam there. Up top is Zynda. Flying crossbody does not connect. Was going for a Hurricanrana, reversed with an uppercut by Zynda. An intense last woman standing match between these two. Ever since Zynda chose Rose, I had my doubts that Zynda would even get any offense on Rose, but she is continuing to fight as the champion. But can you imagine Rose, the Hall of Famer, walking out as champion here tonight in Blackpool, England? I can't imagine that at all, Pepperjack, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see again who will walk out the champion. Will we have a Hall of Famer as champion once again, or will we continue champion with the new legacy of Zynda? She only won the title a month ago. Went for the sledgehammer, reversed by Zynda. Spinning sidewalk slam again. But again, using the sledgehammer to make sure Rose is down. And up top with a over-the-top rope leg drop. Now calling for it. Can she end this for Rose? Reversed though. Rose looking to end this again. Will this finally be it? No, and applying more damage is Rose. Just demolishing each other just as the other match was for the all-in-one women's title. This main event is not disappointing here, Extravaganza Night 1. Big shots by Zynda. Oh no, what is she thinking? Big neck breaker, and you could see Zynda taunting after that one, moving her neck like she hurt herself. Zynda moving forward still. Will she end this finally with this maneuver? Once again, another neck breaker. But Zynda again not done. Flying crossbody. Reversal by Rose. Big knee to the neck there. Going right to the back of Rose. Big kendo stick shots. Walking right over Rose there. Zynda now mocking Rose. She's on the second rope here. Flying clothesline. And I'm telling you, they have thrown everything at each other here. Zynda once again looking for another jawbreaker, neck breaker, sorry, that's 3 or 4 in a row. And continuing to beat her with the kendo stick. Really aiming at that neck of Rose that's already been damaged. I'd say at this point just pick up the win in the count. But Zynda wants to make a statement, and Rose clearly sees that. Could that be it for Zynda? No, Rose is not done either. Rose up top. Looking to end this off the top. Oh, faked her out there. Back in the ring with the kendo stick. Reversal with the clothesline. Running off the ropes. Big clubbing punt. You can clearly tell the frustration on Zynda, but she could have won this a while ago and just continues the offense on Rose. Spinning leg drop connects. Again, a spinning sidewalk slam. When will this match end? We have no idea. This is what makes Extravaganza so amazing. Literally, these two could have won a while back. Either one of them could have walked out champion, but they both want to make that impact. I mean, that sign says is clear. The best are here in TPW. Another backbreaker on Rose, and it's clear as day that she does not care about the health of Rose. Rose reverses it though with the inverted DDT. In the corner, once again, is Rose, reversed by Zynda. Now with a clothesline there. Enziguri by Rose. Both women down. Pinnacle moment at this part of this match. Who will walk out as champion? Continuing the offense is Rose to Zynda. Again, Zynda getting Rose back up here. Big toss to Zynda out of the ring, and Rose just taunting away here. Another kendo stick into play. My gosh. You can clearly tell how much a toll this has been. Another neck breaker. Reversal by Rose. Big German. Oh, what a power bomb. And again at 5, Rose continues this assault on Zynda, but also Zynda with Rose. And continuing the assault is Rose, but Zynda with the reversal. Oh, Hurricanrana near the steel steps there. The Hall of Famer laying it on thick to Zynda now. Big clubbing clothesline. Oh no, what's Zynda thinking? Right on the steel steps. And that has gotta be it. Rose has gotta be knocked out after that huge shot. And she's getting back up I don't know how she does it. Zynda's barely walking here. But she continues the assault either way, heading towards us, guys. Move out the way here. Not a place you want to be. But Rose saw it coming with the reversal towards the table. Oh my gosh. And that could definitely be it for the champion, but she gets her back up again. Thrown back into the ring away from the table. Reversal by Zynda. Big headbutt. Flying leg drop. Zynda not wasting any time again, grabbing another weapon. It looks like Rose's vintage weapon there. But it could be it, and Rose gets back up at 9 with the bat to the head of Rose. And Zynda back up, looking to end this finally, hopefully here. But Rose with the reversal. Rolls through. Zynda dragging her there. Tossing the bat, but Rose gets somehow back up there. This has been a ward indeed. And the count begins again. Will this be it for Rose? No, she's still in this somehow. Rose catches Zynda. The fight of the Hall of Famer Rose here at Extravaganza is impressive. My gosh. Flying clothesline again. Oh, big knee to the back. Tossing the sledgehammer, not able to connect though. That time it did, and that was not a pretty sight. Finally, Zynda getting where she wanted to go, the first place on the table. A reversal by Rose. Tosses her off the table there. Rose wants no part of being put through that table there. Reversed again by Rose. Suplex off the table. Could that be it for Rose? No, she gets somehow back up again. We are not finished here, folks. This has been a huge banger of a match again here in Blackpool, England, night 1 of Extravaganza. You see the welts and everything across the bodies of these competitors, all for the women's world title. And Zynda, once again, another neck breaker, and that has gotta be it. And it's done. Zynda keeps her championship tonight.
Here is your winner, and still Total Pro Wrestling Women's World Champion, Zynda!
I cannot give anything less to Zynda tonight. She put out a huge battle against the Hall of Famer Rose. I have no clue what's going to happen moving forward, but the age of Zynda continues. Well, that was the end of Night 1, folks, here at Extravaganza in Blackpool, England. I'm Pepperjack and Hans at ringside here, and we move on to Night 2 tomorrow with some big matches as well. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.